In the name of Almighty Allah, hello audience. Today we will discuss about political science paper 1 MCQs of CSS 2004. So welcome to Dawn Times. So the first one is according to Aristotle, the end of the state is ethical, option C. And a famous Muslim philosopher Al-Farabi by birth belonged to Turkey, option C. And Al-Mawardi was a jurist who followed the fiqh of Imam Shafi, option B. Jean-Jacques Rousseau was born at Geneva, option C. Geneva is the capital of Switzerland. According to John Locke, the best form of government is democracy. John Locke is the founding father of US Constitution and he was the strong follower of democracy. The term anarchism has been derived from anarchia, which is basically a Latin word. So, anarchism is a political philosophy and movement that is skeptical or doubtful of all justification for authority and seeks to abolish the institution it claims maintain unnecessary coercion and hierarchy, typically including, though not necessarily limited to, government, nation states, and capitalism. Anarchism is the extreme left wing of socialism. It was first expounded as a political doctrine by William Godwin, option A. Introduction to the Principles of Morals and Legislation, 1789 was written by Jeremy Bentham, option A. And Iqtisad fil Etiqad, a famous book, was written by Muslim philosopher Al-Ghazali, option C. And Siyasat Namahar, a famous book, was written by Nizamul Mulk Tusi, option A. And Ilmul Iqtisad, a famous book, was written by Allama Muhammad Iqbal, option C. And Reconstruction of Religious Thought in Islam was written by Allama Muhammad Iqbal, option C. A discourse on the origin of inequality and social contract was prepared by Jean-Jacques Rousseau, option C. And according to Allama Iqbal, in which form of government heads are counted, so it is democracy, option B. The turning point in the life of Plato came in the year 399 BC when he was of age 28. So option A. The great political scientist philosopher Aristotle died in the year 322 BC. Plato went to Syracuse, Syracuse to teach philosophy to the tyrant king Dionysus, but returned disappointed and opened his academy. He wrote treatises in the form of dialogue up to the number of option D, none of these. The great but ungrateful pupil of his master, who was born in who was born in 384 BC, was Aristotle, because the ideas of Aristotle was antithesis to his teacher, so that's why he called ungrateful pupil of his teacher. And the fascism of Plato got birth in 4th century BC, whereas the modern fascism is the product of early 20th century. Fascism is a political philosophy, movement, or a regime that exalts nation and often race above the individual, and that stands for a centralized autocratic government headed by a dictator leader, and there is a severe economic and social regimentation and forcible suppression of opposition. So fascism in modern time originated in Italy, Italy under the leadership of Benito Mussolini, and in Germany under the leadership of Hitler. An essay concerning human understanding was published in 1690 is the most important work of option D, none of these. So it was the work of John Locke. So it's all for today. Thanks for watching Downtimes. Thank you.